I grew up in a ranch in South Africa, a sheep ranch, but we had cattle, we had horses. I remember one of my first birthday presents I got was a pony. And we had game, we had antelope, springbuck and blesbuck, we had antelope. So all these animals I grew up with. And as a little boy, I remember I always said, I want to be a veterinarian one day. And eventually, that's what happened. I became a veterinarian. I practiced in Rhodesia, and I practiced in South Africa. I did large animals, small animals, and horses, cattle, and cats and dogs. And then I decided that I want to immigrate to the United States. I came to visit some friends of mine in Phoenix, never been here before, and they took me for a drive down Scottsdale Road, and I said, this is where I want to be. And of course, a lot of exams later, I did come here and I opened up this practice. And then about 82, 83, I started developing an interest in dentistry because I saw up to 80% of patients that come in have dental disease to one degree or other. And I thought, I want to specialize in dentistry. At most of the veterinary schools, they didn't even teach veterinary dentistry. I would meet veterinarians that are practicing and they say, well, we've had 1 or 2 days out of 8 years of veterinary dentistry. And so there was a real lack of dental knowledge. And I started, especially here in Arizona, to do my best to teach my colleagues good dentistry because I realized there's such a lack of it and that somebody needs to step up and do it. In our practice, we are committed to give the best care to the pet and the needs of the owner and the needs of the pet because we know what difference it can make. The people that work for us, our technicians, our front office staff, they all have pets, they love pets. I love dogs, I love cats, I like farm animals as well. And there's a special bond after a while when you've been practicing for a long time. You have a special bond that establishes between you and your patients that you're actually treating. And sometimes when you work with these patients and you're thinking, like for instance, I do a lot of zoo work and I volunteer at the zoo and I work with these tremendously beautiful animals and I'm sitting 6 inches away from their mouth and I think, what a privilege it is to be able to work on these animals. And you know, when I go to the zoo and I take my grandchildren to the zoo and I tell them, I've worked on that cheetah and this leopard and that baboon, and I think, wow, how wonderful privilege it is to work on these animals and make them live longer and pain-free and infection-free. And so our whole practice is committed to service of the client's needs as well as the pet's needs.